he's actually going to shift it up for an assassin. Now, the great thing about Echo is, with his huge amount of mobility and his ability to go off onto a side lane, Fnatic have set themselves up for a great 1-3-1. You can still take your time, as Amazing is coming in for this dive.
Teleport comes in, counts TP as well. Stranglethorn's down, Spraddle caught out, and he's going to be left for the Wolves as Fnatic Academy get first blood.
5-man unit, Fnatic Academy secure first blood and...
The Luden's Echo, he's going to have to watch out for Kikis who flashes in. Niski knocked up with the depth charge as well as White Knight goes in for the chase. All of PSG are here and Niski jumps back into them. 1 kill for PSG, they're looking for more. Kikis doesn't have flash, doesn't have a way. Amazing's going to dive in, Paralo's convergence comes out, but Blanc just dodges around it. There's the Stranglethorns, Cly is in the back though, and Blanc will get wiped down. The Stand United comes out as well, and Fnatic will...
To Blanc, really good setup from Fnatic, but unfortunately it doesn't net any objectives. But now look at the flank TP coming out from Niski.
TP coming in the back line, Amazing flashes in, onto Pilot, onto Kyrie. Cly there as well, but Mr. Rales is low, as is Cly. The TP's coming in, Niski's going to look for a 1v3 play, because Cly is dead, as is Mr. Rales. Here comes Niski, what can he do? Well, Kikis joins the fray. 2v3 in favour of Fnatic as they get 1 kill, but White Knight's here now, and he's going to chase off Kikis. Fnatic will have to back away, it's a 1-for-2 trade.
It was Fnatic that forced that fight initially, but it is PSG that turned it.
Niski's jumped in, we'll get caught up with the grasping root, but devoured down. Cly there as well. PSG looking for the right, Kyrie flashed in, White Knight's here as well with the flank, he's used his TP, and there's Cly going down. Niski's going to have to flash. Amazing members of Fnatic, jumps the wall, Kikis tries to get in there with the taunt, can't quite land it. There's the Stranglethorns as well as PSG disengage. Blanc will get the shockwave down, but only lands on Cly. They'll take him out before he can even pop the thick skin. And PSG...
Instead, Fnatic tried to collapse. They tried to respond to the aggression from PSG, and that is what is enabling PSG to win these fights.
Niski's going to get knocked up once again. Kyrie comes in with a flank, and Niski's in an awful position. Taken down by PSG. They'll continue to chase. The blast cone gets Amazing early on. They tasted defeat early on, whereas Schalke never really tasted that defeat and then lost out later on. Kikis is going to stand United in. Blanc has got the kill. White Knight's coming in with a teleport behind as well. They do get the tower. Fnatic just going gung-ho. They've taken down 2 kills already. Kyrie's the third. PSG reacting all over the place. Now Pilot's trying to get in, but Niski's going to follow him across. White Knight is low, does have chrono break. Pilot and White Knight trying to do what they can. Death charge is up as well. Going to knock it onto Niski. He jumps back in. Phase dive goes low. Almost gets taken out. The Devour will keep him alive. The Baron goes down. Fnatic secure the big purple worm.
All 5 members are
by the control, but PSG just goes straight for the Baron. We already see Mr. Rales trying to run up and react. The Abyssal Voyage available for Cly. Niski can look for the steal. 2 members of Fnatic continuing with the Elder Drake.
Remember that Kikis, he has his ultimate. Here comes
Niski jumps in, doesn't get it. Kyrie smites it, Niski jumps out. Now Cly caught out and PSG are on the hunt for blood. Cly gonna get taken out by PSG. They get a kill, they get Baron, and perhaps they get away back into this game.
That Elder Dragon does go down in favor of Fnatic, but they go with 1 member dead.
I think technically we should call them John Smith because there's so many of them on the map and that's the most common name, but Fnatic are just going to 2-man push down here. They've got teleport, mid inhib, tower goes down, as does inhib. PSG are just going to push in. We've seen base races recently in the LCS and those did not work out for Fnatic. Perhaps they made a misplay once again. Nexus tower the target. Amazing is here. Niski's still pushing in. Kikis has joined the fray. Niski's going for it. He's on the inhibitor. He's looking for those Nexus towers and PSG realize they cannot quite take down the base yet.
The thing about an Elder Dragon is if you try and go for the 5v5 fight, you're not going to win against that. This is what Fnatic are using in their favor, but PSG, they said, look, we can try and force it. There's another fight in mid.
Amazing caught out, devoured up. PSG just stopping the backs. TP coming in, Niski with the flank. Can he get onto Kyrie? Can he get onto Pilot? That's who he wants. He gets Spraddle instead. Niski low. Zonya's low. Pilot jumped on by Kikis. And now they've already got 1 kill. Fnatic going to fight the 4v5. But now that Blanc is here, Niski called out. And Niski shut down by PSG.
Great hook from White Knight to be
in the bottom lane. They're going to see if they can collapse there. Baron's going to go across to Fnatic Academy. And Niski now needs to see if he can slip his way away. Caught up. The Stranglethorns comes down. He's jumping over the wall with the phase dive. Proto belt as well. And Niski escapes. Baron, Stranglethorns down. Niski forced away from the rest of his team. Will chrono break back into them. The Zonya's used. He is not in a good spot. Devour takes him out. Stand United as well. They're trying to save their mid laner, but will they save the game? Kikis is in the front line. He's going to go down into GA. 1 member already dead for Fnatic, and they're running for the hills as PSG manage to collapse and take down 2.
That is a 70-second death timer on top of Kikis. Cly, he's dead for another 50 seconds. The question is for PSG,
No flash, of course. He tried to jump into that last fight. Niski, though, trying to get onto Blanc. Zhonya's, here's Pilot. Niski's dead, and Blanc survives. Fnatic Academy once again routed at the last chance, and PSG will look to push in.
That could be it. Fnatic Academy right at the end. Rather than use Niski to try and go for the back door, they try for the base defense. With these death timers, PSG, they could look to try and end the game.
White Knight's just tanking up. There's no minions, so that tower is pretty tanky at the moment. Amazing jumps in. White Knight down to half. The tower's still alive. Amazing hooked in once again. The shockwave doesn't connect onto Rales. Kai's alive. He's going to try and defend with his life. PSG going for the Nexus. They're so close to game one of this series, and now take it down. PSG go 1-0 up.
Such a close game between these two teams.
Oh, yes! He's gonna get locked in.
Yes! Yes, we have an Akali. I am excited. This is awesome. I wanted Kikis to play a carry, and he picked Akali.
The thing I love about this as well is Koobs over there, when he heard you shouting, just pointed over to you. Bottom side, no top lane focus for him. He wants this misfortune. Exhaust comes down, but there's the knock-up, there's the root, and there's the first blood for Fnatic Academy. However, Kairi can come back. You're going to realize he's in a bit of trouble right now. Has got the flash. Amazing comes in. Here's Kairi as well. Flash down. Blanc tries to get away, cannot escape, but Amazing's being ignited, and Kairi just needs one more auto. The heal from Niski keeps him alive. Get back towards this tower. Still pretty high HP, but the three members of Fnatic and Amazing will tank. Niski trying to chase in. The TP comes down. Mr. Rale's going to jump forward, and Kaire's going to go down. Fnatic Academy get their third kill of the game.
So a very swift collapse from Fnatic Academy.
In the last time, so maybe we'll see it happening. Mr. Rale's here in the mid lane trying to defend, but can't defend against the flash, and here comes Blanc as well. Rale's just swiped away. PSG will look for this mid lane tower.
Very swiftly. The chances of Kikis being able to dive you is very low. So sure, it guarantees you the tier 1, but I don't think it works out.
Pilot overextended once again. He's going to get caught out and taken down by Rales. That smacks of the Pilot of old. Did have his flash available.
It's like we talked about how they started off at the split with a rough start and have grown from that point. Clay now taking a lot of damage.
Caught up. Clay's taken out. PSG get the flank off.
Quick.
Hemo Plague is up though, so Blanc can try and get in. That Baron's solo get taken out now. Fnatic are in the back of the pit. PSG can continue the chase here. Blanc's going to jump forward the Proto, and the flash is out.
The viewers to come and watch, and they're like, well, what am I watching right now? He hasn't killed anyone.
However, PSG, we feel like they're at rock bottom at the moment. Niski caught out though, and he's going to get melted down. That is exactly what PSG does. Only one minion there. Kick is hooked up. Goes into the Twilight Shroud. Tower low. Amazing trying to get White Knight. Kairi on the front line. Tower still alive. Blanc jumps in. Taken down. He does get the Hemo Plague out though, and that might be enough. PSG trying to achieve Kairi. It's a double for Kikis, and White Knight now the target. Gonna be a triple. Not gonna go for Spottle. Mr. Rales will go for the chase, and Kikis TP's in. He's looking for the base. Who cares about the chase when you can take the base, says Kikis. He'll get this inhibitor tower. He'll get this inhibitor, and perhaps he'll help Fnatic get the game.
PSG felt so confident sieging onto that tower, knowing that the main wave clear of Fnatic had gone. They felt that there was no way that Fnatic could answer this siege coming out from them, but instead Kikis, he doesn't end up dying in the fight. Too much chunk damage ends up going down onto PSG as they dive the tower, and now with a turnaround fight in favor of Fnatic, they might look to end the game.
This is all Fnatic needed. Just a couple of kills are enough to help them secure these Nexus towers. Amazing is low, but Spottle just cannot do enough to stop the Fnatic advance. It's gonna be 1-on-1, and we have a series on our hands.
So Fnatic, they are able to pull it back. They utilize the Akali. First win. So the victor also makes sense.
So Tristana has been picked 3 times this in Season 7 across all of competitive play. She has a 60. Ooh, Kairi. That's not where you want to be. He's going to have to try and flash this wall, but Clyde's on the other side. Exhaust has been used, and Kairi is first blood. Fnatic Academy use the flanks that PSG want later in the game. In this lane. Here comes Amazing, spotted on a ward, immediately pinged. What can White Knight do? Can he get away? Flash straight away. The Cocoon is there. Here comes the wall jump. Here comes the leap in. And here comes the kill for Kikis. Clyde caught out with the Malefic Vision, with the Netherglass, so he's going to try and jump away, but even with Amazing coming in, actually Kaiwei flashes away, Pilot jumps in, he's so aggressive, tries to get the kill, doesn't land it, and he'll go down. Mr. Rala's there to help Amazing pick up the third kill of the game.
Now what could have been a great return back into the game for PSG ends in...
Spotted Kaiwei as we're going to see Niski flank across as well. Flank might be caught out as Clyde tries to get in with a tongue lash. There's a shockwave on the back, and here comes the damage out. Kaiwei in the front line is going to get taken low. The TP coming in as well. It's White Knight. He's there, but he doesn't want to be there. Kick is taken off down towards the side, and now it's a 4v4. PSG looking for the re-engage. Rala's trying to jump away across the wall. Blank there. Damage down.
The changes that it had, so you have a little bit more attack power and a little bit less attack speed. Hang on, we don't have time for that. As a gank happens.
Kaiwei's going to jump in. There's the Netherglass as well, the equalizer, just to make sure they get the kill. White Knight was actually miles away from that fight. It's just like, yeah, I can take the gank. I think PSG might be able to defend this. The shockwave on 2 knocks them back in. Look at the damage onto Kickers. Amazing's dead to the turret. Kickers is dead as well, and Blanc makes the huge play with the shockwave.
That was such a good outplay from Blanc. He realized...
No, Clyde's going to come across and ward it. There's a control ward in there. They'll spot it for the second. Amazing's not going to get there in time, and PSG take the Baron. They pull a Fnatic on Fnatic.
That was a very clean Baron.
Too much here. Kickers is on the flank. White Knight, however, is on a flank of his own. His top laner, top laner. There's the equalizer flash in. Flame spits Zonia's as well, and he gets one. White Knight on a killing spree. Kickers, though, returns to favor with the shot down. PSG 1-for-1 trade as they can continue to push in with these Baron-empowered minions. 2 members of Fnatic.
And a cannon creep, and with Tristana, they're looking to take this tier 3.
Explosive shot does so much work. Clyde taken down, and Pilot takes him out. Sparse, though, caught out in the gravity well. There's the inhibitor tower going down. Pilot's continuing to push in. Towards the side as well. He's getting taken low. And Clyde will die. Amazing actually going to get taken out as well. It's a double as Pilot comes in. Kaiwei here onto Niski. He's going to continue for the chase. Blanc's died as well, though. And it actually looks like Pilot got a kill in the bot lane while all of that was going on. 2-for-2 trade. 3-for-2 trade.
So this is weird.
It feels very haphazard, very uncoordinated. Everyone else takes them, of course, because that's what happens. Oh, Nethergrasp onto Amazing. He can repel if he wants to try and get out of this, but with the Call of the Void, he just cannot get away, and that has to spell a Baron for PSG. No jungler. Kickers getting burned down in the bottom lane as well as White Knight just takes the trade. Gonna put the Flame Spitter down into the Zonia's. Kickers only just surviving. White Knight in that overload. Won't be able to chase just yet. He can with the flash into the Harpoon, and now PSG start the Baron. Niski looking for the steal. Cly off towards the side as well. PSG, True Shot Barrage not gonna take it. They're just waiting here. Do it slowly, they get it. The shockwave onto Cly might mean that PSG continue this chase. Gravity well down, the redemption as well will keep Cly alive just for the moment, but it's not long enough as Pilot is on a rampage.
Everything goes the way PSG want it. They get a solo kill down in the bottom lane, they get a pick down onto the jungler of Fnatic Academy, they net themselves the Baron, and with the sieging tools that they have in their kit, they're looking to end the game.
Looks like it's just the push to win. 4 members of Fnatic will be up in just 10 seconds time. First Nexus Tower, the target is Pilot will melt through it, of course. With that Tristana, they get 1. They're looking for 2. Gonna go through that with the explosive shot as well. Blanc on the front line, taken low. Amazing misses the cocoon off towards the side, repels up. And now PSG will have to think about disengages. Kickers is up, and they just cannot get that second Nexus Tower. Kickers starts to burn down immediately. The Devour used by Clyde to get him out, and now PSG can look for the re-engage. Chaos Storm down. Amazing there. Nethergrasp used, but Niski's gonna get away from it. Mr. Wallace has 1. He's looking for more. This is a great fight for Fnatic as he jumps in. Niski puts down the Zonia's. White Knight's gonna get shockwaved up, and there's the kill. Fnatic take down another. There's a response though, as they lose 1 member. Amazing has died. Pilot was nowhere near.
Off. They will just get stronger. So PSG have a composition that allows them to buy time, and now they're going to force
Shockwave on Clyde. There's the kill. Equalizer comes down as well. Pilot unstoppable. PSG looking for that inhibitor. Kick is still in a separate lane. Looks like Fnatic will give up the
they will have the numbers advantage. Look, Elder Dragon is available. Baron now being started by Fnatic.
Forced decision for them.
They're going to get it.
The PSG are just not around, and Fnatic make a great shot call to take the Baron and continue this game. PSG are going to turn. Kickers does have a Baron-empowered recall, so only taking about 4 seconds to get back to base. On the jump in, Nethergrasp onto Clyde. There's the equalizer as well. Clyde is dead. Pilot is dominating. However, Sputtle's dead and White Knight's low. He gets taken out, and here's Kickers. He's getting onto that Tristana, tries to get the kill. Pilot trying to do what he can. It's just not enough. Fnatic Academy turn it around. They defend the base. They take the ace. Fnatic Academy hold on to the game.
PSG invest all of their resources into just killing Kai. Yes, you get the kill, but Niski's still alive. Rales is still alive. White Knight, he ends up dropping right at the start of the fight, and with all of this heal gone, it makes it so easy for Fnatic Academy to dive onto Pilot, and with him dead, that's it. No more wave clear. Those are long death times. Fnatic Academy, they still have the ban, and they're looking to try and end this game.
It's quite possibly the end. I mean, Sputter will be up, have the Nether Grasp in about 20 seconds, but now Fnatic Academy can just go for this inhibitor at least. Might even be more than that. 4 members pushing in. Fnatic trying to close out the game. Here's Sputter. What can he do? Can he be the savior that PSG need? Kick is tanking it up. This is going to be one Nexus tower down. They're looking for 2, and there's just nothing a Malzahar can do in this situation. It's going to be 2 and 1, and it's going to be Fnatic.
This was PSG's game. They were in the prime position to be able to close things out, and they just try to force them.
It's going to be the victor pick in for Niski, so kind of comfort pick there. And actually, Syndra getting through that second rotation of bans for the first time means that Blanc will try and get himself a carry in the mid lane.
Now, this is fascinating for Blanc. Shifting
Thus far.
and again, we see Amazing in the mid lane. Niski gets stunned.
Called out. Barrier just come out. Kyrie's going to get the knock-up. Niski flashes. Look at the damage onto Kyrie. First blood for Amazing, and now Blanc trying to turn the favor back. He gets one, but the bowler lands. Second doesn't connect, as Amazing has to retreat away. Blanc takes out a kill. 1-for-1 trade in the mid lane.
Now, Amazing, I think he's made a mistake here. He does have flash.
Oh!
Amazing
Is not that.
He's not. I don't understand. Like,
now with 2 kills under his belt and the Sorcerer's Shoes, should be able to continually harass Niski. Look at that. There's the Unleashed Power. Knocks away with the Scatter the Weak. Doesn't quite connect the Chaos Storm, but it's just another kill for Blanc. It's too easy for him.
3-0 now.
As well, there's the Stand United. Kyrie tries to flash away, trying to dodge, gets caught up with the taunt though, and Kyrie will fall. It is a submarine, but look at what this has caused for PS. Kyrie's looking for the knock-up here. Kickers taunts away, but the hook lands, and now he's being knocked up. Kyrie and White Knight will be able to just chase him out. Kyrie takes the kill. Amazing's here in time, but perhaps doesn't want to trade in. Has no flash. Amazing once again overstays. Clyde joins the fray, uses the exhaust. He's going to get knocked up. Mr. Rales is here. Blanc looking for the flank. Flashes in. Gets the sphere down. Takes the kill. Hook doesn't land onto Clyde, but all you have to do is press R as Blanc takes his 5th kill of this game. It wasn't even Blanc doing anything, really. He just walked away. Walked away from mid lane. Mr. Rales caught out. Kyrie's going to knock him out. There's a kill. And even without Blanc, PSG still get another kill. And now Blanc is looking for the flank. It rhymes, so it must work. Unleashed Power comes down. Clyde dodging as much as he can. With the Stand United, might have enough. No, he does not. Kyrie takes him out. 8-2. PSG, they're looking for the 3rd tower. It's a tier 2.
Amazing.
Amazing jumps in. Here's the flank from Niski, though. He's knocked back. Scatter the Weak. Niski is incredibly weak right now. 4-man Chaos Storm just does nothing as PSG. Well, Blanc nomming down on these kills 1 by 1. Amazing's on the menu. Blanc is dominating. 10 kills to 2. 6 of them on this Syndra, and you just
will to sort out the game. If they were able to get to 3 or 4 items, then maybe they have a possibility of...
Niski's dead.
I mean, all right, I admit I'm looking at the bright side here a little bit, but
I actually think part of the cost...
They're just splitting all of Fnatic up. They feel like they don't have many answers right now.
The vision controls all for PSG, and Amazing is dead once again. Legendary Blanc swipes away that Rengar.
To just overstay in the mid lane and give Blanc not only the blue buff, but the extra kill, the extra experience. Like, that could have swung this lane so differently.
100% agree. And you have to look back at that in mid lane. They're trying to break open these inhibitors. It's the next step on the road to game 5. Kyrie jumps in. Look at the damage onto him. A kill for Fnatic. Only their 3rd of the game, but they have pushed. Pounded on by super minions. PSG just need to continue to chip away. Fnatic getting chipped away on their health bars as well. Depth charge knocks up 2. Amazing is dead. Blanc is legendary. And PSG can just continue to push in. Niski taken out through the Stand United, through the barrier, through it all. Blanc continues to take down kills. The Nexus towers are falling.
The super minions acting as that 6th man for PSG as they look to equalize the series and bring us to a game 5.
It's gonna be game 5, Venius, as PSG will take the Nexus. 26 minutes, 14,000 gold, 15 kills to 3, and it's gonna be 2-2.
very swift game from PSG. One would think that after a defeat like Game 3 was, they really can do a number on the low mobility that Syndra has. Regardless, it will still be staying in the top lane. 1-3-1 coming out from Fnatic Academy once again. Paris Saint-Germain built themselves a team.
We'll get the first stun off. Staggering blows onto Kikis. Next dredge line into the stagger. Flash away by Kikis. Amazing is low. Amazing will die to the tower here. Won't be able to survive. White Knight takes out one in a 2v1.
And now, PSG with the cross-map play. Look at how low Splyce is.
Splyce just dead. Mr. Alice jumps away. There's the flash as well. Blanc looking for the kill. Not available unleashed power yet, but Kairi doesn't care. Another couple of kills for PSG, and this is the PSG we. So there's always a possibility that White Knight manages to sneak in and surprise Mr. Alice and Clyde.
Surprised that PSG haven't.
There we go. Mr. Alice caught up. Mr. Alice taken down. Easy enough kill for PSG.
Yeah. As I was saying, surprised that PSG forced to play on the Kikis. Then he's going to try and get something elsewhere. Maybe you get a solo kill though.
Nisqy forced back, Ignite does come down, here's the curtain call as well. Nisqy's going to try and dodge around, one distortion gets hit with the shot though, and he'll get taken out. Amazing now in a bad position as Pilot can collapse onto him. Coming back to the point we were discussing earlier on, the reactions, the adaptations from PSG. They changed their draft slightly compared to game one. There's still a little bit of a trade coming on here. Amazing will get locked up for the time being. Den Chubbs comes out and Amazing's just dead. That was just overstay, and we saw that in game 4. He can. Kikis make the play. White Knight takes a nether graph. Kikis is on the flank. He wants Kairi. The mark of the assassin is not quite enough. Nisqy is low. He gets based off. Blanc takes Clyde. Nisqy almost caught with the deadly flourish, and now PSG re-engage. It's a double for Blanc. He's looking for more. PSG win the fight. 2 kills to naught, and now Kikis is caught out, but he's going to jump in. He takes one. He loses his life. And it's a 1-for-3 trade in favor of PSG. They're not done yet. Pilot flashes in. The double, the man, the myth, the legend, the Jin. PSG gonna get Amazing locked up under tower as well. Pilot's tagging it up. Amazing just about survives. PSG will take the mid lane tower. They are 10 kills to 2. Tanking it up, this is so low, the curtain call's going to come up, and PSG want this fight. Kaire's off towards the side, but the Baron goes down. Now will PSG continue? Kikis is in the back, has no flash of course. Oh no, he does, he jumps the wall with the Twilight Shroud. Amazing, locked up, they're going to lose one, but they'll take the Baron. Fnatic will be very happy with this trade.
Another great Baron call from Fnatic. We've seen it time and time again throughout this series.
Nisqy's here, jumps into the mist. Clyde is caught up, the Stranglethorns comes down. Spraddle's low, White Knight low as well. Kaire's jumped away, Mr. Wallace takes down Spraddle, and another kill as the flank comes in from Kikis, and this is it. Fnatic Academy are taken down 2, they're looking for more. Amazing underneath the turret though, he's going to get caught out by Blanc and slowed. Will Boa his way for the Baron. It looks like PSG want to fight this one. Kairi jumped on Baron down, Kikis low. There's Spraddle as well, unleashed power onto Kikis, doesn't quite take him out. They do eventually get the kill. Here comes the curtain call though, and now Fnatic are fighting for their lives. They lose one. White Knight there as well. Blanc is low, Pilot not in the fight. It's up to Blanc and Pilot. Amazing's going to keep chasing in. Mr. Wallace there if he wants to jump forward. To win them this game. They can do it, they just need to kill Kikis. It's a lot easier said than done though as Fnatic continue to push in the base. The supers are on the Nexus towers. Nisqy is caught, Deadly Flourish comes out, this is it. PSG take down one, however, their Nexus towers are going low. Nisqy's dead and Fnatic Academy can continue to push in because of how strong Kikis is. Nethergrass down, Stranglethorns as well. White Knight is dead, Rale's on the killing spree. Fnatic locked out though, they might get taken out. It's all up to Kairi, he cannot do it. They take out Clyde, it's a 3v3, but Kikis is there! Kikis gets another kill, and now PSG, with only 2 members left alive, cannot defend the base. It's Fnatic. They're going to take this game.
You can see the faces of joy on Fnatic Academy as they dismantle PSG and take the final game of the best-of-5 series. Sheer elation on the side of Fnatic Academy. They fought long, they fought hard.
Place your bets on more than 15 esports games. Deposit and withdraw easily using many worldwide payment methods. Place your bets live while enjoying the game. We offer 24/7 support and bonuses for every new user. Bet now on arcanebet.com.